our last 3 Republican U.S. senators were elected and then moved full-time to Washington. If you're elected, will you do the same thing? Kelly? What's up? Kelly.
I'm not moving to Washington. That was a really important decision for us as a family, even before I made the decision to run for United States Senate. The reason is because, first of all, I want to stay here, grounded in New Hampshire. And you know what? Where I get the best feedback is when I'm at the grocery store, and I get it now as a candidate. I'm out shopping at the grocery store, and people in New Hampshire talk to me all the time about what's on their mind, what they're angry about, and that's the type of senator I want to be. We're blessed to have tremendous family support, Joe and I, and they're all in New Hampshire. We have deep roots here, and I don't plan to move anywhere. I'm going to go down there, commute, and come back. And we live within 5 miles of 50 family members, so I'm not leaving that, nor is my family.
Well, Sue and I are blessed that our children are both adults, and they're both independent. And our plan will be to have a second residence in Washington, D.C. Because I don't think this is a 9-to-5 job. I think there's going to be many nights when you have to stay well beyond what you could be able to predict. And so in order to do the best job we can, our view is that we'll have a second residence in Washington, D.C. That's not to say we're not going to spend a lot of time in New Hampshire. We love New Hampshire. Sue and I have lived here for 24 years. We think it's the best possible place to live, to raise a family, and also to develop a business. And I've been trying to advocate that to friends of mine who run large businesses in other nearby states, because I think ultimately this is our best short-term path to improved employment. I'm diverting on this question a little bit, but we will be spending plenty of time in New Hampshire, but we also need the flexibility to also be able to spend as much time as needed in Washington.
Are you kidding? You don't want to go to Washington? This is not the time to go to Washington, Jim. This is the time to be with the people of New Hampshire. And you go to Washington when the session opens on Tuesday morning, and you come back when it closes on Thursday, and you get back home. You get back home with the people. This has been a cornerstone of my campaign. I live in Manchester, so it's easy for me to run down the road, get on a plane, fly to Washington in an hour, give or take a few minutes. Get on the metro, go to Union Station, get off, and then go to work, and then hopefully find someplace to bunk. But I am not living there. I do not want to go to Washington and become part of the problem that we're seeing right now. Washington is a corrupting place because they've got over 3,000 lobbyists who are all more than interested in taking you out to dinner, seeing you afterwards for caviar, whatever the heck they serve down there. I used to work in the United States Senate Post Office when I was in college, delivering mail. I know what that place is like, from the inside out. I want to stay in New Hampshire as long as I can with the technology the way it is now, Skype and internet and all. You can have direct communication with anyone from New Hampshire. We're not a backwater state at all. I am not moving to New Hampshire. You can count on that. And we'll continue to work together after the election to serve the people of New Hampshire. Thank you.
Boy, that one got you more work done than any of those. You know, I like to sleep in my own bed. I don't like hotels.
Then come back home to New Hampshire. Come back home to New Hampshire.
All right. Now that we get that settled.
That's a YouTube moment.
I'm with you on that.
Thank you. Let's get some old lawyers.
Boy, I didn't figure this was the issue we were going to be disagreeing.
Keep it up. It's more fun. Leave it to Pindell. You never know what it is.